Is Miss Marvel good? That is the question that we seek to answer in this video, and I'll tell you right off the bat that I come away, after playing with her since launch, pleasantly surprised with Miss Marvel. Now, on the Snapchat, I gave her a 2 out of 5 star rating, citing that the restrictiveness of her ability is problematic. Not just from a, well, you gotta play specific cards in specific spots type of perspective, but she obviously benefits from being mid, so that's 2 strikes. And the third strike is, you have to have a card in a location for it to get a buff. Therefore, Sanctorum can't get buffed unless you have a card that moves in there. Luke's Bar and others cannot get buffed unless there is a card physically present. So you have to have a little bit of mobility just to make sure that you can proc the Miss Marvel effect, provided you can play her in the center. So anyways, Miss Marvel, very restrictive. It definitely keeps your ceiling down. But when you get that 415 stat line, yes, it's a very powerful effect. It is still susceptible to rogues and enchantresses, but honestly, I barely encountered any of these direct counters. I was even playing Echo in my decks and not encountering other Miss Marvels. I feel like not many people are playing her right now, probably waiting to see whether or not she's good. So right off the bat, I do think she's pretty solid. Let's talk about some decks here. Now, this is by far my favorite deck that I experimented with. I did a bunch of experimentations. I might just show you this one, honestly, because this one here ran a excellent win rate, well into the high 60s, low 70s. I climbed very confidently with it. This was a brew that we designed on stream. We modified a bunch of things. We ran like with Dr. Doom. It has the Ravonna Disruption shell that has been kind of gaining in popularity. If you play Miss Marvel on turn 5 or turn 4, then you decide, okay, do I want to Mystique the Blue Marvel, or Miss Marvel, sorry, do I want to Mystique the Iron Man? If you play Marvel on turn 5 and you have Iron Man Mystique, you could literally Mystique the Marvel and then Iron Man, or you could Iron Man and then Mystique, right? And double the power of that given location. It's pretty cool. So you have the optionality. Do I go wider or do I go more vertical? It's super flexible. This deck was by far my favorite, and I think it's going to be the one to play for Miss Marvel. All the other ones I played, she felt a little clunky. This one, she felt very consistently strong because you have a wide variety of different effects, a wide variety of different costs. You're disrupting, you have the vertical power of the Darkhawk, you have the vertical power of the Iron Man, the Onslaught's capability of the with Miss Marvel and with Iron Man, but most importantly, you have the disruption, the location disruption of Green Goblin, Hobgoblin, and others. They just hit hard. Ravonna at 2 cost absolutely slaps. And of course, Black Widow becomes a 1 cost with Ravonna as well, so you can sneak Black Widow into a lot of these plays. Honestly, this deck was absolutely fantastic, and Miss Marvel felt very strong in it. Now, another example I tried to do here was Miss Surprise. The idea of running a Tribunal-based deck with multiple win conditions. Again, Miss Marvel can give you a win condition, but if Miss Marvel doesn't play out for you, like the locations suck or whatever, you can go the Tribunal route of Iron Man Onslaught Tribunal. This deck wasn't nearly as successful. It was running like a high 50s% win rate, which is kind of what you would expect it to be. Overall, though, in the other decks I tried an evolutionary base shell, very clunky. It's what I expected it to be, not good in this shell. I tried it into like a toxic other style shell, kind of clunky, not great. Had to run something like a Dr. Doom just to kind of spread the amount of power out. Overall, I gotta tell you, it was the disruption baseless with Ravonna that really stood out. And the sad thing though is if you don't have Ravonna, this whole thing, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work the way you'd want it to with Ravonna. Ravonna does not have a straight swap here. It just doesn't, because then you kind of lose the synergy with Hobgoblin, Green Goblin, Black Widow, Darkhawk, the whole package, Mystique, Iron Man. Like it really does revolve around that Ravonna disruption and discount package, while also having the mobility of the Nightcrawler to make sure you can get into a location to get that Miss Marvel buff, and etc. So ultimately, my favorite deck by far. I do have some gameplay highlights where I do try a variety of different things so you guys can see, how you feel about it. I do think that overall you should wait and save your tokens, save your caches to see how it actually plays out, because especially if you don't have Ravonna. My testing has shown this deck is by far the most successful. And if there's a bounce list, or if there's a value list or a toxic list that comes out that also kind of, tickles your fancy, so to speak, then perhaps then you invest. But right now, if you don't have Ravonna, it feels risky. But honestly, I can confidently say that this deck is very, very good. Anyways, I hope you really enjoy these highlights that were recorded live on Twitch TV. Join us on Twitch if you haven't already. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. It means the world to me. And we'll see you in that next Marvel Snap video. They're destroying cards now? This is the additive one. Oh my god. All this Reality Stone gameplay. We got good cards here. Iron Man left should win with Miss Marvel. Okay. 1, 1, 1. Let's add 2, 1, 1 there. Okay, we'll do this. The reality into Lemuria. It's kind of sad. Miss Marvel now gives us options as to how we approach it. Plus, we're making a video about Miss Marvel. We gotta play Miss Marvel. What are we doing if we're not playing Miss Marvel? And then we have the option. Do we Iron Man Mystique or do we Mystique Iron Man? If we Mystique Iron Man, we copy Miss Marvel. If we do the other way around, then obviously we don't. For what it's worth, Ravonna has felt really good here. Ravonna's been actually doing stuff in this deck. Have you guys noticed that? Ravonna has not been shameful. It's been legit. Got some Mantis gameplay. Kicking over a Power Stone. Why would you kick over the Power Stone? Why are you doing that? You're doing all these things, and I'm not sure why. All this gameplay for what? And then now we just draw Onslaught. We have to Onslaught, right? So many options. I mean, Onslaught's overkill on the right. We don't really even need it. Like, Onslaught is one thing, but it throws so much extra power right. What I think we could do is Mystique here, send an additional 5 power this way. You Iron Man, and this should be the most power. It's Mystique on the Marvel. Big fisticuffs. And then Iron Man comes down to take us to 24. That's a pretty nice turn 6. Okay. Yeah. That is a beautiful turn 6. And I love it because it really showcased how versatile this deck is. Like with Ravonna and all the ongoing effects, right? We had so many different win conditions. I like this deck so much. It works so well. And that was a perfect example. All right, we got Echo. Wow, we dodged one there. Okay. Got some disruption happening here. Reality Stone, okay. Superflow Gaming with the Ebony Maw. No way. Who's playing Ebony Maw? In this economy? Are you kidding me? If we just get Ebony Maw, like what? Three, 4, 3. All right. So far, they got a bit of an advantage on us. Iron Man's interesting here, but it is a Thanos-based deck. So I think that Darkhawk is simply fine. Got this Ravonna out. Damn, if we get Mystique, things could get interesting. I think we play the Miss Marvel now. Because if we Mystique, we won't be able to play here. We can play 3-3. We won't be able to play there. Ah, we can play mid left. We're going to play the Miss Marvel here, but it might result in a retreat. Because we're going to put up quite a bit of power here. Yeah, so it's a big flip. It's Korg. Not quite what we want. So this is Peach. The Dazzler's propping them up. I think you do this. Spectrum? I respect the Spectrum play. But you lose mid. Yeah. Because it's no longer an ongoing. Okay, cool. I mean, Miss Marvel's putting up power there. That's a pretty good example. Like, she's putting up power. This deck, obviously, you got to really think ahead to think, okay, like, where things are going to go and stuff like that. But generally speaking, that was pretty smooth. I mean, in theory, I just play Onslaught and win, right? But that's not why we're here. We want to see some actual gameplay, so we're going to do this. We're going to showcase the Miss Marvel for 8 cubers here. It's a Moon Girl into a Sentinel. So we do win this game. Well, let's see Miss Marvel do her thing. Miss Marvel comes down. There it is. Mystique comes down as well, copies Miss Marvel. And we're throwing up big fistaroonies on either side for the casserole win. Beautiful. Some suspect gameplay by our opponent here. But once again, it is demonstrative of Miss Marvel's capabilities. Well, they can't play double dinosaur there, which is nice. A Dolvalier, is it? Well, that's pretty good for Iron Man Onslaught Tribunal. Kind of curious about Invisible Woman Iron Man Onslaught here. I think we play Invisible Woman. Iron Man, Onslaught, and we always draw into Tribunal, right? Let's see. Uh-oh. They don't. They know what we have. They know what we're doing. Oh, they're playing their own Iron Man, are they? My Miss Marvel. Oh, my Echo. Oh my God. Oh, we got it. We got the Tribunal. Do they have Echo though? I can't believe this. We gotta go. We have to go for the memes now. They literally played Miss Marvel into Echo. I can't believe it. We're going for it. We're sending it. We're absolutely sending it here. Oh, it's Cosmo. Oh, no. Oh, they played their Tribunal. I win. I was just about to snap.
I am Iron Man.
Oh, now they know what's happening. They know what's up now. Yeah, there's the thumbs up. There's the thumbs up. Oh, that's funny. There's the dub. There's the dub. Now, this is exactly what this deck's designed for, though, right? I was like, I don't know if Miss Marvel's actually that good. So if I make a deck that has multiple win conditions on the end game, I think it's cool. Can we make a Miss Marvel deck that can also moonlight as a Tribunal deck when Miss Marvel doesn't play properly? That was exactly what I wanted to do, and it worked perfectly here. And it's funny because Miss Marvel got played into an Echo, which I include in the deck as well. So I actually really like how this played out, honestly. We didn't play Miss Marvel. They tried to, but we still got that sweet dub. I feel like she's been a bit better than I gave her credit for, but she still feels very restrictive. Got an Echo Gamer trying to counter the meta. I respect it. We got Annie Mays. Okay, hit him with that. I think we get Man-Thing slide. Oh no, it's Echo. Whatever. Yeah, whatever. We need the power on Luke's. Oh, fail. Ended up working like I kind of wanted. Not quite, but also not bad. Now, we could actually Shang-Chi the Iron Lad, by the way. And take away a location maybe they were guaranteeing themselves to win. Shang-Chi and Nick Cage. Just tried your Ravonna deck? Nice. Oh, that's actually a pretty heavy hit there. So, Miss Marvel would have been nice, but unfortunately we do have Echo. But it's also notable that with Luke's bar, Miss Marvel gives us no power because there's no card there. She requires a card to be there. So, what we do is we Abomination mid, we Shang-Chi, we win the game. Yep, we outtrade the difference. Victory. Actually a really cool win there. Really cool win. But again, Miss Marvel, really restrictive, right? So it's like, you want a player, but like, even if Echo wasn't there, we would not have won Luke's bar. So right off the bat, the requirement that a card has to be there is a little problematic for Miss Marvel.